Hello everyone, I hope you're well and welcome back. Now, if it isn't really obvious, Dungeons and Dragons is a pretty big part of my life. I've been playing since high school and it's continued on and off till now. Now, I'm definitely a bit of a maximalist, as if you couldn't tell, and that has definitely extended to my love of D&D accessories, and my dragon hoarding tendencies definitely apply here as well. It's just really cool, and nowadays there's so many cool Dungeons and Dragons themed stuff that you can get, especially when it comes to things like dice bags or dice trays or even dice, all the dice. Thought today I'd chat a little bit about dice trays and also how to make your own dice tray as well. Obviously you don't need one of these, but if you've got any gemstone dice, or if you're just wanting to keep everything contained, it's a great option to have a look at. One of the more affordable ones and a really simple one to take with you is something like this, where there's little snaps and they snap together just like that, and then it kind of can sit on your table and you can roll your dice in it, and this is great because it can then go flat, which is great for traveling. Also got your kind of mat as well as your dice bag. This is a cute little one I got online. I think I got it from You Are Wizards. It's got a really lovely dragon texture, but you can store some dice and then you can roll on the mat as well. My favourite way to roll dice though is on a dice tray, and this is one that I made, and this is the one I pretty much use the majority of the time now. The great thing about it as well is that this is actually just a picture frame, and I've just added some fabric to the front and back, and it's perfect. I thought I'd show you how to make one of these. All you really need is some kind of frame. This is just a weird kind of design. It's not even a proper frame, but this is super cheap at the op shop, and I encourage you to look at op shops. Generally they have heaps of leftover frames. You just want to make sure that it's got a bit of depth to it, so that way when you do roll your dice and it clicks off the edge, it's not going to jump over it. So just make sure to look for that. Size is certainly up to you. I like the smaller one, but I'm excited to make a larger one, especially if I'm doing in-person D&D and we're all sharing one. This is a great option. You'll also need some kind of fabric. I've got this gold one, again, from an off shop. You really don't need that much. So even if you go to a fabric store and they have those little squares of offcuts, find a design you like. I really like this gold one, and then this is the starry one I did for the dice tray I always use, which is also really fantastic. Now there are a few options to actually construct it. I've got this fabric here, and then I'm going to sew it. You can also hot glue it if you're not much of a sewer. That's certainly an option there, and just make sure you've got some scissors on you, and that's pretty much all you need. So let's jump into it. As I mentioned, I'm starting out with my frame, fabric, hot glue and scissors, and then I'm just grabbing the frame, placing that on top of the fabric, and then I'm cutting out a rectangle, making sure that there'll be enough for a seam allowance, but also not too big because the inner rectangle is obviously smaller than the outer one. I'm just hemming all the different sides of that rectangle then with my sewing machine. As I mentioned, you can definitely hot glue it if you'd prefer. This just makes it a little bit cleaner. To try and get the best fit possible, I actually only did 2 sides, and then here I'm just laying it in there and actually pinning the leftover. This will just make sure that it fits in nice and covers the whole base without leaving any gaps. All I need to do then is finish sewing it up and then making sure that it looks nice in the box. One other thing you can do to customize the frame is actually paint it. I decided to just leave it as the light wood color as I thought it suited the fabric really nicely, but if you wanted to paint it brown or a funky color, you certainly can. The next step is to secure it in the frame, and here I just used hot glue. I made sure that I had lined it up nicely and then just did it in sections, just pressing down so it's nice and adhered, but it also doesn't bunch up or anything because you don't want the fabric to disrupt rolling your dice. In all honesty, you could probably use any variety of glue for this, whether it's just PVA glue, contact cement, anything like that. Just whatever you have on hand and whatever you're comfortable using. If you're using a more traditional frame, just make sure you remove the glass and stick this directly to the backing. If you wanted to customize it further or even make it a bit of a themed dice tray, you can certainly add on some charms to the sides. I didn't for this one, but that's a really fun thing you can add. And there you have it, a really easily made dice tray where you can roll your dice and hope for the best. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to doing more D&D videos in the future. Bye!